Would you like to work closer to home, save money on gas, and be rewarded for your hard work and attendance? Then Bellisio Foods is looking for you. That's right, Bellisio Foods is now hiring for multiple positions and shifts with great employee benefits, an on-site health clinic, competitive wages, and advancement opportunities. Bellisio Foods is a company that truly values their employees. Apply online at BellisioFoods.com/careers.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Main Street TV right here on our Facebook and YouTube. I'm Dylan Euler. I've kind of been away from the camera for a little bit lately because I've been very hard at work getting ready for the football season. And that's what I'm here to tell you about. I'm going to talk about what's coming up with Total Media Sports. Camera's a little weird. Sports. There we go. See, I got this nice shirt. Total Media Sports. So we have made a big push lately to put more focus on Total Media Sports. And a lot of that involves live streaming. So kind of taking Main Street TV and putting it out there with all of our different markets. We started off doing some Piketon basketball, and then it slowly grew into Pike County baseball. And now we will have Wellston, Oak Hill, MacArthur, Piketon, Eastern, Waverly, and Nelsonville, York, all live streamed to you with our radio broadcaster commentary. It'll all be accessible on Total Media Sports YouTube. And it's not just that. We have our Viking Victory Hour Vinton County Coaches Show with Jeff Thacker and Bob Grillo live on Total Media Sports. And that is in cooperation with the Vinton County High School media team with their media coordinator. Give me a second. Mrs. Walton. I was trying to think of her first name, but Joel Walton is our sales rep here, and she's his wife, Mrs. Walton. So that is Vinton County. And then in Pike County, we have our Pike County Coaches Show, the X's and O's Coaches Show, presented by and at Valerie Ford. So lots and lots and lots of different Total Media Sports coverage. And today, I want to take some time to show you some of our preparations that we've been working on. We completely live streamed a Vinton County scrimmage game. And that was awesome because it gave us a chance to really see what we were working with. And it gave all of our our Vinton County broadcasters and our Vinton County streaming crew a chance to actually get their hands dirty with this operation. And it was really fun, and it was a big success. So I'm going to go ahead and show that to you guys now.
And here's the punt. And it will be fielded by Lester. And the Vikings will get the ball in the 33. And they're coming back with the same lineup, Jeff.
They are. This kind of surprises me a little bit, but
in fairness, Jeff, they may not have a second unit over there.
Well,
although they are talking to one, it looks like.
That is possible.
So the Vikings will have the ball in their own 32. There's no score. Jeff, how much time's left there?
8:24, third quarter.
I'll take 0 on the board if you score 3. You know?
True.
So Moore.
Now he's back into the gun. Oh, got him again.
Nope, they did not. They did. Delayed call. Encroachment. Delayed call.
I thought you had to make contact.
No, I don't know what he did there because I don't think he did make contact.
That's what I'm saying. I thought you had to make contact for him to call it.
So a 1st and 5 for the Vikings. There's Tolley. Tolley loses.
There's a flag.
Maybe 1. That'll probably be a hold. Vikings haven't had any penalties, have they? I don't believe they have.
I don't think so, but this one is.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be a hold. Shotbach. So the Vikings will get the ball, a first and a second. It'll be a second down, right? They only have one on the stick. No, first and 15. 15 more. Gives the ball to Tolley. Tolley maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Appears so, yes.
Vikings still, they're not huddling, but it's taken a while to get the play in.
This could come back and bite them later on in the year when
Well,
you're down 3 and need to score quickly.
Yeah, get it out of your system now. No score, 7:34, third quarter. Bob Grillo, Jeff Thacker. There's a it's knocked down. Was it not? No, they're going to say it was knocked down. South's saying they intercepted, but it did bounce.
No,
down
it bounced.
Moore not getting much of a chance to pass.
No protection there at all.
No, he's been drilled his last couple times. Timeout, Vikings. So, Jeff, let's take a timeout.
Okay, so that was our Vinton County scrimmage highlight. Just a quick little segment to give you an idea of what you can expect to see tonight on Total Media Sports YouTube. You can catch a live stream there. Now, it won't be Vinton County. It'll actually be Wellston versus Oak Hill on Total Media Sports YouTube with our, sorry, I didn't mean to hit my microphone, with our Oak Hill broadcasters right there to bring you all the action. And back to Vinton County, we did a Viking Victory Hour talk show. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys part of it here right now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Bob Grillo and Jeff Thacker here bringing you the Viking Victory Hour, joined today by head coach Marcus Games of the Vinton County Vikings. Always a pleasure to have you, Marcus.
Nice to see you.
And we're hoping this is something we can do year-round. We'll be doing it every Wednesday. Today we're just doing it on Tuesdays. It's our first trial run, so just bear with us. We'd like to first thank Viking County High School media specialist, Miss Candace Walton, and their team for their involvement in getting this project off the ground. We're hoping to get the school involved and kind of doing almost all of it. That would be great. There's a lot of exciting things to come, and we're looking forward to showcasing all the great things in the Viking Nation. First of all, let's talk about a couple up-and-coming sporting events. On Thursday, there's a boys' golf match at Franklin Valley at 4 o'clock. Volleyball is at Southern with a 6 p.m. JV start. On Friday, the big one, the Vinton County Vikings play the Uniota Tanks at 7 p.m. And on Saturday, August 24th, cross-country meet, always a great team under Coach Josh Kirkpatrick teams, boys and girls, and they'll be at the Wellston Invitational at 9 a.m. JV football versus Uniota at Vinton County High School at 10 a.m. and JB's boys golf at Chillicothe at 3:30 p.m. We'd also like to thank Dylan, Derek, Joel Walton from Total Media for helping get this off the ground, along with Candace Walton. Particularly thank our sponsor, Cottle Chipping. And it's our pleasure now to introduce head coach Marcus Games. And Marcus went to high school at Whetstone, where you were a football and wrestler, and went to Ohio University. You've told me some pretty interesting recruiting stories in the past. It was between Colorado and OU. And then you went to OU and you played both offense and defense. Was signed by the Colts. You were in their camp for a while. You had the pleasure or displeasure of coaching junior high football with me. And you coached at Zane Trace, and you've been here a long time. Talk a little bit about your background, high school, college, coaching here at Vinton County, other places, and your time with the Colts.
Yeah, no, I've been blessed and had quite a run, and went to high school in Columbus Whetstone, Mighty Braves, and then committed to Michigan State, and then decided to go to OU and had a great time at OU, great experience. Like I said, had a little bit of stint with the Colts, and then started coaching after that, and I was at my alma mater at Whetstone for a little bit, then came down here and learned the finer points of coaching football from the one and only Coach Bob Grillo, offensive coordinator extraordinaire, and then took a little stint over Zane Trace, and coached my nephew over there, and then had a great time with Coach Carper the last couple of years, at the same time, I've been coaching wrestling here for 20-some years. So, I'm blessed. I always tell people I started a Brave and then I was a Bobcat, but I'm a Viking for life. So, and the school's been great to me, and Mr. Brooks has been wonderful, Miss Sowers, and we got a great AD right now. So it's a joy to coach here right now. You get a lot of support, and so it's awesome.
And you've coached all kinds of different positions over your career
Yeah.
too, right?
No, I every position. Offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, special teams coordinator, and sometimes, coaching in the O line, the D line, special teams, and defensive coordinator. And I've been assistant head coach to 2 coaches here, and so gotten a lot of opportunity. Like I said, it's just been a joy, and just trying to keep it going.
Jeff, you got any questions for Coach Gaines before we go further?
I'm just in shock that the Colts wouldn't let him try at DB.
Yeah, that's
I mean, really, look at this man.
Yeah,
You could have done it.
exactly.
You were drafted as a lineman, but you got cut for a DB. Is that right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's what we'll. Yeah, I like telling that story now.
Yeah, that's the story you're sticking to.
That's good.
I'm with that. Yeah, that's good. Okay.
That's good. And you also have a business here. You've had it for a long time, and I use that through my court. You've done a wonderful job and helped a lot of people.
Yeah, no, my brother and I started Sojourners in 1999, and we do a lot of youth development programming, foster care, job training. We do a lot of homeless services. We now, have 15, 16 facilities across Southeast Ohio, and I think we're moving up there in terms of Vinton County employer. I think we have 60 employees now, and again, it's great that we call MacArthur our home base since '99, and it'll always be. And Vinton County Bank's been great. Yeah, we had a lot of great partners. So.
Right. I think I spoke at your first graduation.
Yeah.
It was quite an event that day. Talk a little bit about your staff that you have this year.
Yeah, fortunately I was able to retain many of Coach Carper's assistants from last couple years, and so there's a level of continuity. A lot of those guys are coaching the same positions, so the transition's been really smooth that way. And so kind of my assistant head coach is Greg Phillips, and I like having him around because he's one of the he's at least older than me, and he's been doing it longer, so I can feel a little bit young around him. He's assistant head coach, and then Garth Fry, he takes care of our O-line and our D-line. He's also serving as our defensive coordinator and really kind of learning from Greg, how to serve in that position. I've brought on a couple young offensive coordinators that have a long history. People know them with Vinton County football. Our passing game coordinators, Andy Long, and our run game coordinators, Antonio Mendez. Then we have Coach Dan Ramsey, who's just a plug-and-play coach. He'll primarily with the line, but he can do anything. Mike Hires working with our DBs, and then kind of our old school guy is a guy named Tim Oosley. He takes care of our linebackers and our running backs, and he does a great job, and everybody knows what he brought to the table as a player, and he's a former All-American at Muskingum. And then we have Rob Klein, who's here in the building. He's done a lot of head coaching down in West Virginia. I hope I didn't leave anybody out, but I got a great crew, and then I got some young guys that are starting to help out, and Josiah Thacker, and we're going to get Brady Woltz and Matt Hembry approved so they can help us out. So.
That's great. And when you were at OU, you also played with a Vinton County graduate there as well, right?
I did, and I have a lot of connections with the Cottles. I mean, Ryan Cottle's one of my best friends, if not my best. He's been working for me 20 years. But no, I played against Jason, and all of us, we were from pretty urban areas, and we just kept hearing about this lumberjack that was coming from a place called Vinton County. We never heard of Vinton County, and because past the OU airport's like the farthest we ever went.
Yeah.
But they kept talking about this lumberjack. We thought he was going to be coming in like a plaid shirt and an axe, But yeah, I got to play with Jason. Jason was a great football player, strongest hands of any human being I've ever been around. So
They nicknamed him the Road Grader.
yeah.
Yeah. And now, so far this year, Jeff, do you have anything you want to add? Have questions?
No, go ahead.
This year you got a pretty young team. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, and we're rallying around, kind of we kind of rally around. A lot of people think, we lost too much and we're too young, and we're kind of using that as kind of a motivator. But we're young, we got a great sophomore class. They're really talented, but sophomores do sophomore things, and but they're super hungry to get better, And last year, I was leading the offense, and we were fortunate enough to set a lot of records, that type of thing. We had 10 starters come back, and so we knew kind of who we were, what we were, who could do what. This year we got 3 starters back, so we're going through that phase right now of, what's the best part? Where do you put the people on the bus, get them in the right seat, based on what their individual skills are? And I think we're starting to make some strides there.
We're going to have 2 of your coaches talk to us today, Andy Long and Antonio Mendez, who are offensive coordinators, one running game, one passing game, and sophomore quarterback Jace Moore, who started his career 10 for 10, and he has yet to throw an incomplete pass in a game that counts. I'm not trying to jinx you or anything, Jace, but he's done really well. Had to come in the playoff game last year and play. So how are your scrimmages so far this year?
So we scrimmaged Paint Valley, and we started out there, and it was a good scrimmage. I think we had 4 or 5 picks, and so I think defensively we've got a great system, and defensive side of the ball, it's all about continuity of system, and we had a good defensive day. Offensively, like I said, still trying to find our stride with this young crew and with all these new starters. We did some good things, and then we did a lot of things that we need to be corrected. And then we played Columbus South last Friday, and it was a really great game. We played basically 3 quarters, and it's basically 0-0. Unfortunately, we had a bad snap, and they were able to score late in the game. We're young, but we're coming.
I think Jeff was a big fan of having senior leadership. So, Jeff, why don't you go in from there about seniors and captains?
Yeah, we had, I think we graduated, 14, 19 last year, somewhere in that neighborhood. You've got not as many, but you're going to graduate some seniors again this year.
No, I'm super fortunate enough, in terms of our seniors. And our captains this year, Luke Dimmel, just a great football player and a great human being. So he creates a culture, just who he is as a person. Then we got Lane Hayburn, one of the most explosive players. And I always say if you looked up definition of a Vinton County in a dictionary, Lane's picture would be there. He's rough, he's tough, and he's coming at you, and he never stops. And then our other Brandon Madison, who has been starting for us. He's a great leader, great worker, and he plays the slot. He plays a lot of safety for us. And then the big guy in the middle, they voted him as captain, Hunter Hoyt. And, he's that guy when he sacks quarterbacks. Sometimes you don't know if they're still a quarterback. Can't even see the quarterback. Last year at Nelsonville, it was like Wizard of Oz. You saw, the feet out there. So, and then, we also, we have our 4 captains. Then we've got a guy that we kind of call our dog. He's our official dog, and that's Clayton Lester. And Clayton can do pretty much anything on a football field. He's a great guy to have around. And then we've had another senior that's really coming on, and that's Bowen Ward. And
didn't play last year, right?
He got
hurt.
He got hurt, but he's he's probably 6'4" and 325, can dunk a basketball, can move, and so we're figuring out how to use him the right way. But he's a scary man.
You had him at center during the scrimmage.
Yeah, we're going to move him around a little bit. So.
And Jeff had a great line about Hunter. Hunter didn't play in the last scrimmage. And Jeff, why don't you go ahead and say that?
I was talking to Coach about it earlier before we got started. I said, what was big enough, because he's out because of concussion protocol. I said, what was big enough to give him a concussion? Was it a truck or what it was? And you said he took a pretty good shot.
Yeah, Hunter, and we played Paint Valley. I mean, we've got 2 new linebackers, and so, that's a challenge as a coach. But our D-line, when you've got Luke Dimmel, Hunter Hoyt, and Zach Ramsey and Bowen Ward, they can make up for a lot of inexperience.
Sure.
And so Hunter was they were running a counter. He broke a double team and basically grabbed the running back with one hand, and guy came in and got him to the side there. And so, but he's going to be all right. He's ready to go Friday.
I was going to say he's ready for Friday, right?
Yep.
I thought so.
How's your depth on the team? I know you can play in a lot of guys both ways.
Yeah, we don't. So we're youth and depth are things that we need to manage. And we're taking an approach of, we're going to overcome that. And but we have some challenges depth-wise, but we got some guys that can kind of move around positions also. So we keep the bubble wrap handy.
I think your special teams will be very good this year. I mean, you couldn't see much in the scrimmages because you couldn't return punts or kicks, but two pretty explosive guys back there with Night Train Lane and Lester, and you got the most exciting kicker and punter in the game, and Cooper Haber. He kind of reminds me of Russell Exelon or Ursuline. He gets excited after an extra point or kick.
Yeah, he loves to kick the ball, and he does a great job. And he doesn't make that touchdown saving tackle at Nelsonville last year on that blocked field goal. We may not win that league title.
Right.
So,
He took it and broke his collarbone during it.
Yep.
No, he sacrificed a lot for that league title, so it's great to have him back.
Now, I don't know how you want to go here, Marcus. We could bring in your assistants and Jace, and then we'll come back and we'll talk a little bit about you and Yoda in the league. How's that?
Good deal. You guys are the experts. So
So, Jeff, who do you want to bring in first?
That's up to you.
Let's bring in Andy. Come on up, Andy.
Come on, Andy. Can you get out from behind me, sir?
Andy? Good.
Come on in here, Andy. A little different setup than the last time, but come on in.
Andy's been on here before, and so's Antonio, so they shouldn't be nervous.
Nah.
Thanks for
With
coming.
us?
Thanks for coming, Andy. And I've had the pleasure of coaching Andy in basketball, and Antonio a little bit in football, and Jason football and basketball, and even Derek McManus I coached in baseball. So I don't think I've ruined any of your guys' lives so far, have I?
So far.
So far?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Well, Andy, it's a pleasure to have you. And you and Antonio, it's my understanding, are going to be kind of co-offensive coordinators. Why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, he's going to be the running game coordinator, and then I'm the passing game coordinator. Previous years, that wouldn't be much of a title, but what we want to do this year, hopefully it's a little bit better than previous.
And you were a quarterback here starting your freshman year, so you had a great career here, one of the best we've had. And you got young Jace there, who's a sophomore, and he's backed up by a very talented freshman, and Cole Oosley. So how are those two guys coming along so far?
Jace is a sophomore, and Cole's a freshman, but they're both showing signs, and they're getting better every single day. Jace is he's a quarterback. I mean, he's getting everybody lined up right. He's getting he's telling me and Coach, like when we signal in something wrong, he's letting us know. So, I mean, as a sophomore, that's pretty big to have somebody that you can just signal something and then he can correct it for you.
Right. That's good. When I coached with Marcus, I would be wanting to take a knee at the end of the game or running something conservative, but he'd want to throw the bomb. Is he still that way?
Oh, yeah.
I kind of figured.
Northwest game last year comes to mind with that.
Yeah, absolutely. So what do you see a balance between passing and running percentage-wise this year?
It's going to be based off what the defense gives us. If they're going to give us too high, I mean, we'll take what's there. If they're going to give a single high and roll somebody in the box, I mean, we got to relieve that pressure a little bit with stuff on the outside.
Jeff, you got anything for Andy?
It looks like, Andy, just from pure looking on the field, that your quarterback's going to have time to throw the football because of the size and the abilities of these linemen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the hope this year.
Okay.
You have a very talented sophomore wide receiver in Josh Montgomery. You had a couple touchdowns last year, and you were throwing a lot to your backs out of the backfield. Now, how do you see that developing as the year goes on?
Hopefully to keep getting better at it. I know Friday night we didn't execute on it as much as we wanted. I know we should have hit Lester on one, and if Lester catches it, if it's not tipped at the line, it's a pretty hefty gain. As a former quarterback, you want to throw those little short ones to the athletes in space and let them do their thing, because then at the end of the night the stats look good. So.
And then what can you tell us about you? You're always pretty solid athletically on defense. They've had a couple of studs over the years.
Me and Coach Mendez were having to talk today. The people that stand out to that defensive line they got some men playing this year. They lost a lot last year. They're kind of in the same situation as us, but I mean, they're Unioto. They're always tough and competitive. So they got some athletes, and they fly. They're aggressive. It's
been a really good partnership with Unioto, both in basketball and in football. It's just a great gate, close schools, a lot of connections between the athletic director and the basketball coach and ours. And the girls coach used to coach here. Their boys coach used to coach here. So pretty fascinating. You got your son with you. You got him throwing some tight spirals right now?
We're working on it. He's got to get that elbow over a little bit more, but it's not too bad.
That's good. What is he, about 4?
Yeah, he'll be 4 this weekend.
He's pretty tall for 4, so he'll be ready to go. Now, also your brother is playing college football. How's that going for him? You talk to him, Ashton?
Yeah, they just had their second scrimmage yesterday. They're trying to figure out what they want to do with him, either at center or guard. When he's at center, he's second or third string, and then at guard, he's second string, I believe.
That's not bad. That's not bad for starting out. I saw that he was moved to center, so is he liking it?
Yeah, he loves it down there. Ashton's always had a good work ethic, and he just being able to be around, having a set schedule, like, hey, you work out, and then you got the side workouts, and then you got the practice. I mean, he loves that right now, and being able to learn, because Ashton came in late. He didn't play football, I think, from 6th grade until his sophomore
He was a
year.
soccer player.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
goalie.
gonna say he played soccer.
And
Didn't he?
then when Coach Carper got on staff here, because he was at Southeastern at that time, and they were talking about moving back to the county, so I did what I could do to get my parents to move back, and then so was able to get Ashton to come out, and we got him to transfer for basketball, play with Coach Combs and some really talented classes they had for basketball, and I just slowly threw football in there, like, hey, you'll get bigger, faster, stronger. And
Well, when you're a 6'6" kid that's built and you got a 4.0, you get those kids out, no question about it.
yeah, it's easier to name things he can't do than the things he's good at. He's just one of those people.
Yeah, Jeff, you got anything else for Andy?
And he can act.
Yes,
He's
he
on all
can
the
act.
plays
Yeah,
and
he can
everything.
act.
And-
Well, and speaking of acting, so can our head coach, Marcus Gaines, who had the lead in a play here. People don't know that. It's a Wonderful Life where he played Jimmy Stewart. And let me tell you, this guy might be 6'5", an ex-pro player, but he's got a voice. You have to have him sing before the team. He has some very motivational skills. I've seen that myself coaching with him. So it's pretty fun.
Before you even said anything, I thought we were going to talk about if you Shrek or something. That's why.
Well, he's got a lot of things he'll pull out during the season, no question.
We'll get more opportunities. Trust us.
Well, thank you, Andy. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Bob. Appreciate it.
See you, buddy.
We'll bring up Antonio now.
Oh, again.
Come on up, Antonio. Good seeing you. He's done this many times, so he's getting to be a pro at this too.
Haven't seen you in a while.
This is Antonio Mendez, and he's a co-offensive coordinator. You've coached different things over here. I think your special teams, your dad's special teams, right? It was, and what do you also have coached here? A couple different positions, correct?
Yeah, I've coached receivers and linebackers.
That's right. And Antonio was a very good player here in both basketball and football, and so you're going to do the running game mostly while he's doing the passing game. Is that right?
Yeah.
So you have two pretty good running backs back there right now.
Yeah, they're making it pretty easy on me.
Yeah, and that would be Lane and Lester, and those two guys you're going to rely on them mostly this year. You think?
Oh yeah, for sure. Being seniors, they gotta take a lot of it.
And you got Drayton Tolley came in last year and looked really good as a freshman, and he's a sophomore, and he played quite a bit in the scrimmage. How do you see his role?
He's definitely going to get some reps relieving. I mean, Lane's playing both sides of the ball, so he's going to have to get some reps and take some shots off of him. So.
Any other running backs that you got?
Yeah, we got a few good running backs. I mean, Zeb Martin,
Zeb's great.
he's working his way into it. I mean,
Playing linebacker too, right?
Yep.
All right, and that was Jeff Thacker and Bob Grillo with one of our coaches down in Vinton County. And you can catch that every Wednesday night on Total Media Sports YouTube. And don't forget, it's in cooperation with the Vinton County media team. So they will be there on site too, helping us out. So on the flip side of things, we have our Pike County X's and O's Coaches Show. That will be live every Thursday night on 100.9 Hank FM and Total Media Sports YouTube. And that is presented by Valerie Ford. And they, we're right there in their venue. They are very nice. You can come there and check it all out. And we will actually be having some prizes that you can call in and win. And you can go to Valerie Ford and pick them up. And the X's and O's Coaches Show is hosted by Tim Frederick, and Brian, his co-caster, as well as the general, Jeff Davis. So you can check all that out on Thursday nights. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a quick preview right now.
Thursday here at 6. Join us live from the Valerie Ford showroom here in Waverly for the Valerie Ford X's and O's Coaches Show. Catch the exclusive interviews with head coach Chris Crabtree of the Tigers, Tyler Grawley of the Red Streaks, and Scott Tomlinson of the Eastern Eagles. Here are their insights from each coach as they break down the hard-hitting action. But here live.
The Justice for Jocelyn Act and start protecting Ohio families, not criminal illegals who shouldn't even be in the country. Paid for by One Nation. www.onenationamerica.org.
Alrighty, back here live from Valerie Ford showroom. It is the X&O show, coaches show, and this is where it's going to be every Thursday night from 6 to about 7. Might run over just a tad, especially depending on how many people we get to talk to. But as Coach G is helping us out on some of his roster there. Coach, thanks for coming down. 6-4 last year. Missed the playoffs on that last game with the loss at Westfall, but you got a lot of guys back, and I think you guys are going to have a fine season.
That's the goal. 6-4. It was a little bittersweet, to be quite honest. We had a lot to play for that last game, and I'm not going to lie, it hurt for a long time. We did not play like we should have. We just didn't. We didn't play like the playoffs were on the line. And if we'd have won, everything fell in place to where we would have got in too. We've had several things go our way, and they did, but we didn't win, and we just didn't play like we were capable of. We didn't play like the playoffs were on the line. Westfall played like the playoffs were on the line, and that give them credit. So that honestly, I think that kind of fueled the off season, and that hey, let's not let that happen again. Week 11, we shouldn't be at home on the couch. We should be playing somewhere. We should be practicing. And the boys took that mindset into the off season. Hey, we're not going to let this. You almost take it for granted when you do it. We've been in the playoffs for 3 years in a row or so. It just kind of we're going to the playoffs this year. Well, no, we didn't, and we want to be to that point where we're in there, we're making runs and stuff like that.
Well, good stuff. Says Red Streaks return full roster with plenty of depth, and you got big numbers this year.
Yeah, we've 59, 60 on the roster. We do return a lot. We lose 3, 4 key starters, but everyone else is returning. You lose McGuire, wide receiver, Zane Brownfield in the middle at linebacker, and Gabe Lamberson on the offensive and defensive lines. But they were 3 good ones, 3 very good players. So we have to replace those guys. But we got a lot coming back. 4 of the 5 offensive linemen, quarterback, running back, 3 of the 4 wide receivers, or 2 of the 4, defensive line, return majority of it, linebackers and DBs. I mean, we got experience everywhere. So, and this bunch, everyone knows Buddy, and Buddy is very good, but we have a bunch of good players. Not great, and I'll just be honest, and I've told these guys that too, and that's all right, and there are not a lot of, and I don't think they care about who gets the carries and who gets the numbers. They just want to go out and win and play, and that's what you like. So there's a bunch of good football players, and maybe not the great, like we've had maybe in the past, 1 or 2, but I think we're as deep as we've been in a while.
And that's one of the things, you really like to see. And I've seen that over the last couple of years, and I've talked about that the last 2 years. It seems like there's no one on the team looking out for me. It's a team effort. Everybody is congratulating each other, and I saw that especially, I think it was Luke's freshman year, when he was kind of swapping in and out, and everybody just seemed to be on board with it. And that's the thing about the program that really stands out to me, Coach, is just you got a group of guys that want to win. And when you got a group of guys that want to win, they don't have to be the best athletes.
Oh, you're exactly right. My father always said, hey, you play football with your feet, but he said the heart wins games. He said that play football with your feet, but heart wins games. And you got to have heart to play games. You got to have heart to play football. And that's where a lot of games are won and lost, that inside desire to give that little more extra to not care about who gets all the credit. So there's a lot to be said about that.
Well, your thoughts this year on the SVC. I know we were talking earlier. I don't know if you heard us or not, but we kind of ran through it before all you guys got here. But I'm hearing Paint Valley, Unionota, Zane Trace, Piketon, they're probably the 4 that'll be battling it out for the SVC championship this year.
Yes, it'll be balanced. I think the bottom half is improved as well. Adina's got a new coach, Coach Hurt. Coach Thomas is back helping on the offense. Coach Beeler over at Huntington and Coach Blair over at Southeastern. They're and Westfall has definitely turned the corner. So, but then your top half, Zane Trace and Paint Valley, and until you beat them, and they're the teams to beat, definitely. But Paint Valley does have a lot coming back.
Well, we talked before you got here. So one of the things that stood out to me was the fact that since 2018, there has been a different SVC champion every year.
It's pretty amazing. That's why I love our league.
Wow.
That's
Yes.
why I love our league, because it's very so balanced.
Yes.
Well, that's big stuff. I'm sure you're busy. The JVs, the junior high got a game tonight.
Yes, they're playing at home, playing Waverly.
Well, you're probably wanting to get. Did you get to see any of that?
No, I saw like 3 plays, Freddie. Then I had to come up here.
Well, we won't keep him then. Is that right? We'll just let him get out of here and head back. Grab you some pizza on the way out. Next week, same time, same bat channel, and bring a couple players or whatever you got after picking up that W tomorrow night against Northwest.
Yes, we're ready to go. Home opener, Northwest, strong team, but I think our young men will be ready to go. We're excited about what we got, but now it's time to get it done out on the field.
Sounds like a plan. Well, Coach, we thank you for stopping by, and I know you're a busy guy, so especially week 1. But we wish you the best of luck. Brian, anything last?
Good luck, Coach.
All right, sounds good.
All right, we're going to send it back to station. You're listening to the Coaches Show, the X's and O's Coaches Show from Valley Forge Showroom here in Waverly, Ohio. Back in a minute.
Your Side of Valley weatherman is calling for clear skies overnight tonight. Lows are going to drop down to around 50. Then for that final work day Friday, another day full of sunshine. A little bit warmer in the afternoon with highs near 85. For your first football Friday night, look for partly cloudy skies. Overnight lows dropping down to 56.
A lot of country classic songs in a row is better than just a couple of classic songs in a row. That's just science. Well, actually, it's a hankathon, like the one that starts right now. Buckle up.
Here you go, Mr. Cade.
Mr. Cade Carroll, welcome to the show. Now, just so you know, you put your jersey on. I mean, we're on TV too. It's not just radio, right?
Yeah, I know.
Does that make you a little extra nervous?
A little.
Yeah, I thought it might. So tell us what you think of preseason so far. How's this football team looking?
I mean, I feel like we're just doing good with what we have. Like losing all those seniors last year, it really hurt us. But I think the guys who've never really played positions have stepped up, and like they're able to handle themselves in whatever like situation they're put in.
Do you still own Carroll Island, or did you sell it, or what?
I still own it.
So rumor is you're going to maybe carry the ball a little bit on the other side this time.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you got to think offense as much as defense. I know you played some offense before, but a little different being in the backfield, right?
It is. It's a whole different thing, and I think I'm ready to handle that challenge.
Yeah, I heard your brother can take you down whenever he wants to. Is that true or not?
No, that's not true at all.
Oh, that's not true.
No.
Who'd you bring with you over here?
I got Mason Pollard and Mason Kelly.
Well, tell one of them come see us. Mason Pollard.
What's up?
Welcome to the show. I'm going to put Coach Crabtree on the spot and let him ask you a question right now. Any question he wants to ask you?
What's your plan for tomorrow night as far as like how many touchdowns you're going to score?
Hoping for at least 2, for sure. Maybe, say, 115 receiving yards, 2.
Well, one way to do that is to make sure you get it through the whole game. And there's another guy we're going to talk to in a minute. if he doesn't hang you out over the middle,
Exactly.
you got a chance to get through multiple drives. Is that right?
Yeah.
Does he do that to you on purpose sometimes, or?
You know, I kind of think so sometimes. So
Really?
actually,
Well, we'll ask him here in a minute. He can't really hear us, but
yeah.
So you excited about the season?
Absolutely. You know, I got moved outside this year, so that'll be.
Oh,
really
so you're
good,
not
I
maybe
think.
over the middle quite
Yeah,
as
well,
as
I
much?
still might be, but the bubbles might not be. So we'll see. But
Never know.
nah, he's a great quarterback for sure.
Well, let's get him over here and talk to him for a minute. Mason Kelly.
Sir.
How you doing today?
Good. How are you?
We're on TV too, just so you know. If that makes you a little more nervous, we hope it does, right?
Nope. Good.
So I just want you to know, Pollard said he would score multiple touchdowns tomorrow night if he gets through the whole game, meaning you don't hang him out to dry over the middle like you may or may not have done in the past. Is that true?
Hey, I just want him to go out there. I want him to score 3. I mean, as many as he can get, that's great for us.
Answered like a true quarterback, right, Coach
That's
Crabtree?
exactly right.
So, Mason, how are things different this year from what you've experienced over your career?
I mean, it's definitely kind of weird. It's always weird when you lose, the older guys, the seniors, but I think we're going to have a really good football team. We got some young guys who's stepping up, or some older guys that are finally getting the chance to get out there and show what they can do.
Well, leadership's where that starts, right? And you guys coming down here together, I mean, I think it's a great start for that. And this guy right here believes in you.
Sir.
The rest of the folks listening, you're going to have to prove it to them, though, right?
Sir.
As the year goes on. Good luck to you this year.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Coach Crab, just a couple more things before we go. As I watch Coach Gallion over here talking, and then I watch you over here talking, I remember a time when we coached together.
Oh, yeah.
And we were all younger. You guys were always younger than me, but and I'll include Scott in this. It's been really neat to watch all three of you guys really develop your programs into very successful programs, and all at a little different level.
Sure.
But you use the word culture, and the longer I coach at any level, I think it's huge. It makes things so much easier if you don't have to resell the product every year.
Exactly. Yeah, and I think that's something really again starting 2015, 16, we kind of took that attitude of like we got to change the culture, and our kids really have bought in, and again the standards never change. There are expectations in our standards, and that's what our culture is about, and our kids do a really good job of buying into that.
Well, Coach, good luck to you. Thank you for coming down to see us, and we'll be up there rooting you on.
Okay, yes, sir.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
The Piketon Red Streaks are back in action this Friday night. The Red Streaks play host to the Northwest Mohawks. Coverage from Piketon High School will start at 6:40 on Q100. It's the Red Streaks and the Mohawks, Friday night on Q100 WXCQ.
When you cut lawns for a living, reliability matters. The Kubota commercial lineup with purpose-built mowers like the Z700 zero-turn, SZ stand-on, and W-Series walk-behind decrease downtime and increase productivity. A comprehensive fleet program with special discounts and free loaners help grow your business, one perfectly manicured lawn at a time. Visit your local Kubota dealer for all your equipment needs today. Ricer Equipment of Lucasville on US 23 or in Jackson at 486 Burlington Road for a demo or ricerequipment.com.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Ace is the only hardware retailer that carries Benjamin Moore paint at over 3,800 stores. With Benjamin Moore's premium quality, you can be confident you're getting the best. You can buy in store or order what you need online for curbside pickup or delivery. When you want the best, Benjamin Moore paint from Ace at participating stores.
Klinger's Lumber and Builders Supply, located at 100 West 7th Street in Waverly. You can also call 947-2134 for all your paint, plumbing, electrical, lawn and garden, and hardware needs.
We're seeing more and more heinous crimes committed in Ohio by illegal immigrants who shouldn't be here.
The driver of the minivan that hit a school bus full of kids in Clark County, now in custody. 52 kids were on board the bus at the time of the crash. One was killed. 22 others taken to hospitals.
Hermanio Joseph charged with aggravated vehicular homicide.
Hermanio Joseph is here illegally. But Senator Sherrod Brown voted to give amnesty to 11 million illegal immigrants, including those convicted of violent crimes like aggravated assault, child abuse, and drunk driving. Call Senator Sherrod Brown at 216-522-7272 and tell him to support S4689, the Justice for Jocelyn Act, and start protecting Ohio families, not criminal illegals who shouldn't even be in the country. Paid for by One Nation. www.onenationamerica.org.
Alrighty, welcome back, everybody. Anyway, just for the record, we are now on WXZQ 100.1. Had a little trouble on the Hank 100.9, so we're on WXZQ to finish out the show. The Valerie Ford X's and O's Coaches Show will be here every Thursday night from 6 to 7, right here at the Valerie Ford showroom. And it's I want to read this, and I should have read this earlier, so we'll work on it next time around. But we do have a trivia question for a Papa John's Pizza. And the trivia question, just call my number on the cell. It's 740-222-4744. You will be live on the radio when you call in. 740-222-4744. And here's the trivia question for tonight. First of all, Coach Crabtree is the third time he's third all-time in wins at Waverly High School. But the question does have something to do with that. What Waverly football coach has the all-time highest winning percentage? What Waverly football coach has the all-time highest winning percentage? If you know that coach's name, call 740-222-4744. So while we're doing the Pick'ems contest, G, and I like the hat, by the way.
Thank you.
But we have our special guest prognosticator, J.L. Mick, and you are the general manager?
Yes, sir.
All righty. Well, thanks for having us, first of all. And like I said, we'll have three guys pick 10 games, and we'll keep track of it. And the special guest, whoever gets the most at the end of the year, we'll try to have a different guest on every week, and we'll see how that goes. But, here comes the phone call right now. Here we go. Let's see if we got him here. Hello. Are you on there?
I got to go ahead and read.
There, who is this? Hello? Talk to me.
Looks like they hung up on you, Freddie.
They might have.
Well, that's not the correct answer.
That's not the correct answer.
You have to say something. I mean.
Yeah, well, I'm surprised that we got the call in. We'll read it again, but sorry for the interruption during the Pick'ems, but what we'll try to do next time is I'll get that out earlier, and it's kind of hard to.
You want me to give a hint?
Well, you can if you want.
He is a member of the Waverly Athletic Hall of Fame.
Oh, that's a good call. Waverly Athletic Hall of Fame. What football coach from Waverly has the all-time highest winning percentage? You don't have to give us the percentage. I'll say it. It's 90%, so it was pretty darn good. But give us the name of that head coach for Waverly football, and you will win a free pizza from Papa John's. We have the gift card right here. We'll figure out how to get it to you once you call in. We'll probably, have you stop into the station or somewhere, or stop down at Papa John's. But with that being said, we do have J.L. Mick, and are you much of a football guru?
Oh, yes.
All right. Who's your favorite pro team?
The Eagles.
The Eagles. Oh, that's that. You don't see that too much in this area. We got a lot of Bengals and Browns fans in this area, so that's good to know. How about college?
Alabama.
Boy, they're going to be booing and hissing all over us,
telling
you. But what's that league? Well, baseball. Who do you like in baseball?
Cincinnati Reds.
Oh, he's a good man right there. We'll
applause on that one.
Applause on that one. Anyway, we'll see how good you are at picking this first week, guys. It's really hard.
Well, I'm going to go 10-0, Freddie. It ain't that hard.
Okay. But again, let me read this trivia question one more time. But we did get a call, so that's crazy. Trivia for a pizza from Papa John's. What Waverly football coach has the all-time highest winning percentage? And it was at 90%. Chris Crabtree is third in all-time wins. But anyway, in general, gave the
He's a Hall of Famer.
He's a Hall of
and,
Famer.
And his name is a brand of tobacco.
Oh, that's a good one. Brand
I mean,
of
come
tobacco.
on, man. Somebody give the answer. It's not that hard.
Not that hard. Well, here we go, boys. I will start. We will take turns being who takes the first pick here.
Okay.
I'll start. This game's going on tonight. Portsmouth at Valley. I'm going to take Portsmouth.
I'll let you know when the game's over. Told you I was going to go undefeated.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Valley. Just hooked on a feeling.
Hooked on a feeling, huh? How about you, sir?
And I'm going to take Valley.
See, I was just trying to throw him off.
Oh, okay. All right. General, you'll start to pick. Jackson at Logan.
Jackson.
Go ahead.
Logan.
See, I tricked him with reverse psychology that time, Fred.
I'm going to take Jackson because Logan's been down the last couple of years, and I just think Jackson's got it going. Game number 3, we'll start with JL. Memphis at Rock Hill.
Rock Hill.
Okay. I'm going to go. This is a toss-up. I saw Memphis at Piketon, and they're down on numbers. They got 12 or 13 pretty solid guys, but they only got like 25 guys on the team. So I can see them being really good for a half and then wearing down. That's the problem. But I think I'll go with Memphis. G.
Memphis.
All right. Paint Valley, this will be a good one. Paint Valley at Blanchester. That's me to start off. I'm going with Braylon Robertson. I think he's going to run over a lot of people this year at Paint Valley.
My turn. Paint Valley.
All right, JL.
Paint Valley.
Oh, we all took.
Nice pick there.
Thank you.
We all took
when
the
you go
Bearcats.
third.
G will start it off. This is a good one. Vinton County at Uniota.
Based on the location, I'll take the Shermans. Uniota.
JL. Vinton County or Uniota?
Vinton County.
Well, this is always a dogfight, but since the Uniota is at home, I'm going to go with the U.
Yeah.
Here's the big one of the week. Ironton at Wheelersburg. You started.
Ironton.
All right.
Well, he was very confident.
Yeah,
in
you
that
like
answer.
that
Did you see how
call.
quick he answered that?
I'm going to take Ironton too, even though they're at Berg. I think Berg's a little down this year because they've got a lot of youth, but that don't mean they won't be very good. Go ahead, G.
Here's what I'll say about this game. This game should be played later in the season.
Like the last game.
You know, maybe not for Ironton, but Wheelersburg gets better every week.
Yeah.
If you're going to get him, you get him early. That all being said, I'll take Ironton myself. But if they were playing in week 6 or 7, I'm not so sure. I may not jump ship there.
And game number 7, Portsmouth West at Fairland, G.
West.
JL.
Well, I got to go with Fairland.
And I think I'm going to go with Fairland. Fairland at home, and they're pretty good. West lost some people, but I heard, did they get some transfers in? Is that what I heard?
I'm not giving away my secrets.
Okay.
West.
Secrets. Gotcha. McLean at Adena. JL, you started.
McLean.
All right. Let me mark you down here. I'm going to go with McLean, too. G?
I'll take Adena then, just because you guys both took McLean. I think that's a toss.
Another dogfight, backyard brawl. Logan Elm at Zane Trace.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take oh, man, that's a tough one. I'm going to go ZT at home.
I'm going to take Logan Elm.
All right.
I'm
JL.
going to take Zane Trace.
Uh-huh.
All
They're
right.
in the now. Okay, I see how.
All right. Last but not least, Bloom Carroll at Chillicothe. Whose turn is it?
Bloom Carroll.
Bloom Carroll. JL.
Chillicothe.
And I'm going to take.
Hey, this guy answers like a car salesman. You know what I'm saying? Bloom Carroll is farther than Chillicothe. I bet his answers are consistent across.
Well, we'll see what happens. So we got the picks in for week number 1, and that's going to wrap things up. G, any final thoughts?
Well, honestly, I feel like a dinosaur. Cameras, these two guys staring at me. I'm not sure if they like what I'm doing or mad at me. I'm not sure. There's a lady walking around outside. I'm not sure she's impressed either. And then we got all these
buttons.
Huh? Huh? I mean, I'm going to be dangerous. And imagine Todd Harris.
Oh, yes, sir.
Well, I haven't told him about those yet.
Your side of body weatherman is calling for clear skies overnight tonight. Lows are going to drop down to around 50. Then for that final work day Friday, another day full of sunshine. A little bit warmer in the afternoon with highs near 85.
All righty, we're back in action.
Hey, we got a weather report there, though. That was
weather
nice,
report.
Freddie.
85 tomorrow is what it said.
That's like weather on the 10s or something on the whatever.
Well, we're about ready to wrap things up. Gee, didn't mean.
All right, and that was T-Fred and the General. So with Pike County, we are also, for the first time ever, radio broadcasting the entire Eastern Eagles football season on 95.9 WD240, the radio station, WXIC, as well as on our Total Media Sports YouTube channel. That will be brought to you by Mike Davis and Rockin' Raj, and you can check that out tonight. We will be broadcasting our first game tonight, and it will also be live streamed. We have a whole live streaming crew who has worked really hard to get prepared for this season, as well as our broadcasters, and you can all check that out tonight. Again, 959 WXIC and on the Total Media Sports YouTube channel. So make sure to check that out. And we also live streamed and broadcasted one of their Meet the Team events, which I'm going to go ahead and show you guys right now.
What's your name, buddy?
Tommy.
Tommy? Tommy what?
Haddle.
What position you play?
Linebacker and corner. And wide receiver.
Are you pumped up this year and ready to go? All right. What's your name, buddy?
Levi.
What position you play?
Don't know yet.
You don't know yet? What grade you in?
Fourth.
Fourth grade? All right, good luck this season. What's your name, bud?
Landis.
What position you play?
Guard, tackle.
Left tackle. What grade you in?
Fifth.
Fifth grade? You been practicing hard?
Yeah.
All right, good luck this year.
My name is Zayden Henninger.
What position you play?
Lineman.
What grade you in?
Fifth.
Fifth grade? Are you excited about this year?
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Good luck.
Ashton, I'm playing defense or tackle.
Okay, and what grade you in?
Fourth.
Fourth grade? Are you ready to make some tackles this year? All right, bud. Good luck.
Man, Rockin' Raj, this crowd.
I think I got a couple more there, Mike.
Okay, go for it, buddy.
What's your name, buddy?
Jason Lawson.
What position you play?
Offensive and defensive lineman.
What grade you in?
Sixth.
Sixth grade? All right, good luck this year, okay?
Man, Rockin'
What's your name,
Raj,
buddy?
this crowd.
With an A.
I think I got a couple more there, Mike.
Okay, go for it, buddy.
Quarterback. Are you ready and pumped this year?
What?
Are you ready for this year?
Yeah.
What grade you in?
Fifth.
Fifth grade? Good luck. What position you play? What's your name, buddy?
Jeremy.
Jeremy what?
Jeremy Elias Topfield.
Sixth grade? What position
Alright,
you
good luck
play?
this year, okay? Linebacker.
Linebacker? What grade you in?
Sixth.
Sixth grade?
Man, Rockin'
Are you
Raj,
ready for
buddy.
this year?
Yeah.
All right, good luck.
I got a couple more there, Mike.
What's your name,
Okay,
bud?
go for it, buddy.
Quarterback.
What position you play this year?
Linebacker and fullback.
You ready for this year?
Yeah.
What grade you in?
Fifth.
Fifth grade? Are you ready to smash some heads this year?
Yeah.
All right, what's your name, buddy?
Jeremy.
Jeremy what? Who haven't I talked to? Sixth grade? What's your name, buddy?
My name is Leighton Evans Harlow.
Linebacker? What position you play?
Quarterback and wide receiver.
Sixth grade?
Man, Rockin'
What
Raj.
grade you in this year?
Yeah.
All right, good luck this year, man. What's your name, bud?
Quarterback.
What's your name, buddy?
Red
What
tackle.
position you play?
Linebacker and fullback. Backup center and guard.
What grade you in? What grade you in?
Fifth grade.
Are you ready to smash your head this year?
Yes. Yeah.
All right, man. Good luck. What's your name, buddy? Jeremy what? Who haven't I talked to? Sixth grade? What's your name, buddy?
My name is Leighton
What's your name?
Evans Harlow.
Linebacker? What position you play? Sixth grade?
Man, Rockin'
What
Raj.
grade you in this
I
year?
play
All right, good luck this year, man. What's your name, bud? What's your name, buddy?
Red tackle.
Position you play.
Fullback, backup center, and guard.
What grade you in? What grade you in?
Fifth grade.
Okay, what grade you in for this
Fifth.
year? Are you pumped?
Good luck. What's your name, buddy?
All right. Good luck.
Okay, who haven't I talked to?
What's your name, buddy?
What's
What's your name? What position you play?
What position
you play?
Sixth grade.
What grade you in?
Linebacker.
Good luck this year.
What's your name, bud?
What's your name, buddy? Okay, have I talked to everybody? Okay, got one more.
One more. Don't hit that.
What's your name, bud? Okay, what grade you in? What position do you play? Are you pumped?
Good luck.
Running back
All right.
and linebacker.
Good luck.
And corner.
What grade you in?
What's your name, buddy?
Fourth grade? All right, good luck, okay? What position you play?
What position you play?
Hey, what's your name, buddy?
Aiden Haddle.
What grade you and what position you play?
Wide receiver and corner.
What grade you in?
Sixth.
Sixth grade? All right, good luck this year. Okay, Madman, I think I got them all. Let me send it back to you.
All right, I'll take it. And if you come on back up here, Rockin' Raj, I got some football players here ready to talk, and we're going to start it off with the golf. Okay, I got a football player in front of me. Golf. Let's talk to this young man first. What's your name, son?
Grant Havens.
Grant Havens. What grade are you in?
I'll be a freshman.
You'll be a freshman, and it's your first year playing golf?
Yes.
Yes, it is. How you like it so far?
It's been real fun and loving the team.
How'd you do at your last match?
I shot a 1.
Okay, well, I hope that got you a little bit pumped up for the football Friday night tonight. Again, you can check everything out on Total Media Sports YouTube and all of our radio stations. We will have a whole lot of coverage this year. So make sure you're out there, you're listening, go check out the games, come in person. But of course, if you can't make it, we have everything to bring it to you. And again, thanks to all of our sponsors. These people have all made it possible. So make sure to check it out, and we hope you like it.
At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.